Good afternoon. Welcome to Google Cloud Next 2021. Today's session is Optimizing Business Operations with SAP, a Customer Perspective. My name is Minh Giang. I am part of the SAP Center of Excellence here at Google that's dedicated to helping SAP customers migrate to Google Cloud. Google Cloud leverages the power and expertise of Google to provide SAP customers a cloud that is scalable, flexible, and meets their needs. And once SAP customers land on Google Cloud, they can combine their SAP data with Google's smart analytics solutions like BigQuery to gather further insight on their business. But let me invite our guest speaker today to tell you about his company's journey of moving their SAP to Google Cloud. David Vidoni is VP of IT at Pega. David, thanks for joining us today. Could you tell us a little bit about yourself and Pega?
Hey, Min, thanks for having me. I'm responsible for leading the digital transformation of Pega's business systems and services, supporting growth and providing our clients and partners better experience. Let me tell you a little bit about Pega. Pega is an enterprise software provider. Our software helps organizations make better decisions to get work done, and our intelligent automation enables anyone in the organization to build valuable digital experiences. And Pega's approach puts your customer at the center of any experience. And with Pega's scalable architecture and low-code platform, organizations can stay streamlined and be agile and ready for what's next.
David, thanks for that background. Could you tell us a little bit more about how how Pega uses SAP?
Sure. SAP is Pega's ERP, and it's the core to the way we manage our financials and billing. Pega also leverages HANA for centralizing our business data.
So it sounds like SAP is pretty important to Pega. Before moving to the cloud, where were you running SAP? And what were some of the challenges that made a move to cloud attractive for Pega?
So before Google, we were in a traditional third-party data center, which hosted our system. We also had a separate managed service provider operating it. And we were in a situation where we were spending too much energy managing the infrastructure and not enough time managing our innovation. And the hosting platform lacked the ability to rapidly expand without impacting the business.
So let's talk a little bit more about your move to Google Cloud. When moving to cloud, customers have a few options to consider. One is a lift and shift, where they do an as-is move of SAP. Another is, a move and then upgrade to S4. How did Pega make the choice of a lift and shift versus the move plus upgrade?
We opted for the lift and shift for a few reasons. At first, it could seem very attractive to just do a big move, big upgrade, get it all done at once. And we like to think big, but execute small. And this allows us to move quickly and better manage risk. There's already enough considerations and things to worry about moving from one site to the cloud. And we wanted to focus on that first and make sure that we did that right.
So can you describe a little bit in more detail the migration process itself, the timing, kind of the impact on your organization?
Our timeline was very ambitious. Time was not on our side, and there was very little room for error. We had approximately 13 weeks to move 30 systems into dev, test, and production. And we had to work around some critical milestones. We had sensitive times around quarter end closes, as well as other projects that were in flight. And the migration process itself was very seamless from start to finish. Everything ran on schedule as expected, and I attribute this to very good planning with our team, as well as our partners, and using an approach that was well defined. And we were not blazing trails that had not been figured out before.
You mentioned before that you had already had an existing MSP, but as I understand it, you brought in ManageCore, a new one, as part of your migration to Google Cloud. Can you tell me a little bit more about how ManageCore fit into the project?
Sure. So ManageCore was selected as our managed service provider because of their expertise in Google Cloud and SAP. And most importantly, their ability to understand our challenges. From the beginning, they listened to our needs and they adjusted their approach along the way. And that really made a huge difference in how well the project went and how well the relationship has been going forward. They also understood the space that we operated in and could anticipate the problems before they occurred. So choosing the right platform is just the beginning. You need to choose a partner that you can trust and is a natural extension to your team.
So now that you're on Google Cloud and you're on this platform, has that changed the way your team works supporting SAP?
It has, as I mentioned, we're spending a lot less time focusing on the infrastructure, and it really has allowed us to double down on the digital experiences and transformations that we're doing, and much less time on hosting, compliance, and general availability.
So we've talked a little bit about kind of the infrastructure experience, but how is the rest of the experience going now that you've been running on the platform for a while?
Overall, the experience has been great. We've been on the platform for about a year now, and the system is extremely responsive. We had a huge boost in performance in both our SAP financial system as well as HANA, and we noticed that right away as soon as we switched over. But the great thing about the cloud platform is the expansion of resources can be done in minutes versus hours or days. Testing compliance activities like disaster recovery has also become much easier, and security is inherently built within the Google Cloud Platform. So we know that we're running on a very secure environment.
So now that you have your SAP on Google Cloud, are you taking advantages of some of the other Google solutions like Smart Analytics?
We are. Pega does take advantage of both GA360 and BigQuery, and it's become a lot easier for us to move that data down to HANA to make faster processing and ultimately faster decisions.
So you talked a little bit there about data, and I think you've said to me before that data is the lifeblood of Pega. So could you tell us a little bit more about how Google Cloud is helping Pega maximize this data?
It's helping by allowing us to make better decisions around our business, to assess our operational effectiveness, to make better investment decisions. Understanding where activity is coming from and where we need to make investments, and most importantly, having that data available is allowing us to personalize the experiences that we're providing to our clients and our partners.
David, thanks again for being with us today and sharing Pega's experience. Before we close, is there anything else you'd like to share about the Pega's journey to SAP?
Just that Google has provided us choice and flexibility for SAP hosting. And similarly, Pega is a partner of Google, and it also provides the Pega platform with cloud choice and flexibility. Pega doesn't dictate where you want to deploy. The platform provides the flexibility and independence for you to transform your business on your terms.
Well, thank you again, David Vidoni from Pega, for joining us and providing us a firsthand customer perspective on Pega's journey to Google Cloud. For further information on Pega's SAP journey to Google Cloud and Google's different solutions for SAP, please see the links provided. And thank you for joining us today. Please fill out the survey link at the provided link and let us know what you think about today's session, and enjoy the rest of Google Next 2021.